We didn't do a video last week because we were at Tatton Park Passion for Power. We was going to do some footage there, but the camera broke, so unfortunately we didn't do any footage there. But back to the escort. Right, what we're on with is, as we left it last time we was on the channel, what we're doing, we've got to do this all down here, and one here, and one here to do, and we've still got to repair this back piece over here. This back section here, we've got to repair that. So I think just for today, because what we'll do, we'll try and straighten this back piece out here, and let's see how we get on with this. It is late tonight, but we'll get this straightened out and we'll get that ready to be welded up. So what we've got to do, we've got to straighten this section out here. So what I'm now doing is get a pair of more grips, start bending it into place where we want it. And loosely manipulate it back to where it used to be. If we have to weld a bit in, we have to weld it in. Something like, so what we'll do now, we'll get the dolly and the hammer and we'll get a beating into shape. Bit of a dolly, hammer. This is not moving at all. Right. Just said you a new door. Exhaust nearly go back on now. A bit of shape back to it.
Why would it all smash up?
I bent it, we're all bent up there. I'm going to grind it all up, weld it all up.
You bent it, so
yeah, just paint it, just see what it like. That's Connor, known as Twiggy.
Hello YouTube.
You'll see more of him soon. Yeah, they're good, aren't they? Car's not that bad now. Do little bits each time, don't you?
Looking back to what it was. This is just back to do that.
Wants to be better, doesn't it? Let's get that celebratory brew off you, which is like getting blood out of a stone. Literally. So as you can see there, Twiggy's done a bit, not that one farting bit there. We're trying to get the shape back into the car there, which we've got to get. As you can see, the steel and blade is twice as thick as a normal escort. You can really beat these head cabs before you get any kind of movement on them. Never be frightened of doing it. Never be frightened of having a go. Just have a go. You get what you put into these cars. If you put it in, you'll get it out. You have a little tiny lip there. Put it back in. If you look on the edge of this, there's like a little sections there. But if you can pick these up, cheap as chips. eBay, all places like that. But that little lip there helps you put that little lip back in there. So you just place it on it. I will zoom in a minute. I had earlier, I was trying to put that edge back in there. What was buckled. Still got a bit of straightening out to do there. See it there? So we'll put it back on in a minute and straighten that out. We've got a bit of a buckle there, if you can see. We'll get that straightened out. As you can see, the panel's really clean under there. So what we'll do, we'll grind all that back, weld that section in, make it all nice, get the bend in for the exhaust, get the exhaust on, put a little bit round the back here. So where it goes there, we'll get all that section in, get that bit sectioned up there, and that'll be that section complete. We have that bit there to weld. We also have that all to weld. So what we've ended up on today is getting this section redone, straighten it out. If you want us to jump onto some of the other projects we've done, or you want to see some of the garage life we do, please put in the comments below. We will get, you know, if you want to see some of the garage work we do, we'll let you see some of that as well. There's a mini what we're doing in the background here. We've just done loads of welding on this. Front end's going on this week. We've got an XR3 in there, what's in for some minor repairs on the back and some recommissioning so it can be up for sale. But yeah, if you want to see what we're doing, please ask us and we'll do it with you. I'm going to concentrate on these patches here, this one here and this one here. I know we've been on this welding a bit now, but we've got to get through it. So these two patches we'll do today. We've got one patch down there left to do and two on the front. We should be finished this week, I hope so. So first things first, we're going to get this piece of metal out of here. So what we're going to use this, which is a slip chisel, which I've showed you before. Very thin chisel for removing panels. So here we go. Just get it under the panel there. Any suggestions what car you want me to do next? Like I said, I've got Capri to do. We've got another couple of Escort, Series 1, Series 2. Escort van, another Escort cab. Focus RS MK1. So give us your suggestions which car you want to do. RS 1800 Fiesta. So literally just removing the steel so we can get good finish on it. Get rid of that. We've got nice bits there to work to now. As you can see there now, we've removed all the shit what we've got there. There's another bit to see. We'll get it out. So, get the grinder, we'll get a grinding disc on it and go from there. So that piece is welded in now. So now we'll concentrate on the next section. As you can see, it's nicely welded in. Piece is okay. So now we're going to concentrate on that little section there. So we'll weld that in next. One piece of metal here. I even need it a little bit less. What I'll do, I'll put a small fold in it and we'll get that in there. I might try and just weld that up. We might try just welding it, filling it. We'll get round the edges and then I can blow the centre in. Let's polish that up now, see what she looks like. I'll get the big grinder on that instead of the little grinder. We'll give her a polish up and then what we'll do, we'll run over it again and then it should be solid. That's that all filled. And I think we're near enough done on this section. Apart from the front, we'll probably get all this side done today if we can. So we're going to attempt to polish that bit in there. That section done, got that section done. We're going to move on to, that should be there, that all, so that should be there. We'll clean that up lot, because that one's cleaning up. We've got a small hole under here. When we've done that small hole there, that's that section done. We're moving on then we're going to try and get the under seal on next week, get that under sealed, and progress by getting it painted next week underneath, if we can. We bought a new spray gun, an old, well, a cheap one. We're going to use that. Never painted before, so we'll give that a go. I'm only going to paint underneath, I'm not going to paint the top. And we'll see how we'll go from there. Patch on now, we've got patch here to do, patch here, we'll rotate the car straight, took the jig off, put it back on the ramp. So she's easier to work on. So we're in this section in here now. Section here, this section's all bent in. We're going to beat this out now. We're going to make a plate, cut that section out there, make a new plate for that, make a new plate for that. A little bit in there, very similar to that side. I'm not going to bore you with loads of footage of welding. Probably cut it, edit it, and just show you the finished product. Trying to get the edge of the wing there, that's what we're concentrating on now. So we're going to break that piece out. So we're going to be removing this section here so we put it back in. I've got my slip chisel, so we'll slide it under the panel. Do I put another wing on? Good straight wings. Sometimes when you're doing these restoration jobs, you take a panel off and then you find that and that, which is sometimes a bit heartbreaking because you expect, you know, tiny little patch to be made, but unfortunately for us, we've got to remove these wings. So in the process of removing the wings, I'm going to change the front panel, which I've just repaired the front panel, but I'm going to remove it anyway. I'd rather have a new one on now as soon as I'm putting new wings on. And it just depends on the person who's restored the vehicle before you. Some are good, some are bad. This person who restored this one, pretty bad. Just must have done a quick job, looked nice at the time, got paid a lot for it, a load of rubbish. So it's one of them things, it happens. I've done it many times. I should have checked it before I did it, but I didn't. So we'll move on, we'll get these wings off now, we'll get the chisel out and we'll just whip them off rapid. So we have a thing called the nerd chisel. Let's get the airline for it. I'll put the airline on and we'll just whip this wing off pretty quick. Keep the front panel, I don't know yet. See how quick I can get hold of one. Both wings are off now, and I'll be honest with you, I feel a little bit better because it looks worse again at the moment. It's getting worse by the day, but it can only get better. So on that note, we'll sign off for this week.